We react and respond all day long to stuff happening around us. And then that determines how we end up feeling at the end of the day, in the moment or at the end of the day. So here's why it's important to kind of have a little think about reacting and responding and the difference between the two. Reacting is the world happens around you. You instantly, without thinking, subconsciously reach for the stress tap. You turn it on to deal with a situation. Responding is a moment later. You've had time to intellectually process what's going on, consciously process what's going on. You reach the same stress tap and then decide to leave it running because you need it to run, or you can turn it off because it's a false alarm. And that's the point where a lot of us get stuck, because we respond, we react to something that's happened around us, and we think, well, the horse has bolted. I might as well just, this is the state I'm in now. And when we realize that every single time we react to something, it's always by default followed by an intellectual conscious response to leave the tap running or to turn it off. And when we realize that, we know that that's just the way the brain behaves. You instantly react for survival purposes, but you always get to respond. And that response is a choice. If we stay in that moment, stress tap's running, we're ruminating, negative thoughts looping round and round. Every time it goes on, that tap opens a little bit further. Or we can choose to turn the stress tap off, to respond differently to the situation. So that gives us our agency back, knowing that we are in control. And, you can think of it like you are the director of your own show every day, and you get to decide how the you show concludes every day. And if you give your agency away, if you allow the reaction to direct the show, then the TV's on and you're just watching whatever is on. You don't have the remote control. But if you decide to turn up, to respond, to investigate the stress tap, to decide whether it stays on or gets turned off, you're now directing your own show, and you decide, you've got the control. You get to decide how each scene ends, how the day ends. You get to decide whether it's a movie you're making, whether it's a documentary, whether it's an action, a rom-com, a drama. You get to decide. It's your choice. So knowing that gives you your agency. Knowing that gives you the freedom to take control and let your day end the way you want it to end. It allows you to stop being the victim. It allows you to take charge. It allows you to stand up and be counted. So I'm Jake from Stressed Executive, and I'm waffling now. I help people to direct their own movie, to have the outcome every day that they want. And I help them to address the stress and unwind the mind.